Well, guys, after a much needed break, I am back again. I took a win today. I do apologize for the little hiatus I took. I think it's been about 8 or 9 days since I made a video. And honestly, super busy at work this week. We're down like 2, 3 guys. Um, 2 guys half the week, and 3 guys half the week. So super busy at work, and I wasn't really rushing anything. I was just trading evals. I did end up blowing my account right after the last video I made. I think only like 800 bucks left. Blew that account, and I've kind of been in eval jail the past week. I just had 1 or 2 going. I've blown a few here and there. Nothing I really wanted to make a video about. Mainly Asia session trading. So like I said, I was super busy at work. So waiting till after work to trade. And now I'm in a pretty good spot. Did get this account passed yesterday and did take a win this morning on 3 trades. This one I'm not going to really go over because you can see I just exited and basically re-entered by accident. But we do have 4 accounts going right now because if you guys haven't seen on TopStep, if you're a TopStep trader, they're doing this promotion right now where they did raise the max payout to 10,000 for a limited time. So I'm going to try to take full advantage of that on all these accounts and get a max payout and really make some of that money back because I'm down probably about 2-3 grand on evals in the past couple weeks. Just been running through them real quick. So yeah, it's been kind of a rough little patch here, but I'm feeling good. This account's obviously passed, and all these other 3 are half passed, as you can see. This one is about $10 more. I've been trading this all week, just up and down, up and down, up and down. But it's within 1 trade now, same as the other 3. So hopefully Sunday we can get those passed, and we can be rolling going into next week. And like I said, guys, it's been a little bit of a rocky patch the past 2 weeks, but it is what it is. I was pretty bummed out about it, to be honest, after taking a good amount of wins for a decent amount of time. I hadn't really had a rocky patch in a while. And yeah, I just kind of talked to my friend about it, who also trades with me, and he's like, just be thankful for this shit, it's not always going to be easy. Just got to be able to push through this, and then you won't even remember it once you level up, And he's 100% right. That's what comes with trading. There's obviously going to be times where it feels like you don't want to keep going, you want to quit, but you just got to keep pushing, and then when you get that win, it just makes it feel even better, So we're back on track now. I'll be back to regular uploads. Yeah, hopefully we can have a really strong week next week and keep pushing forward. But today was a pretty crazy day, to be honest. There was a bunch of news an hour before market open. That was kind of my target today, but as you can see, we kind of just fell off the face of the earth for no reason whatsoever. And we took out like a shit ton of these lows. I believe from market open right here, we dumped about 4.15%, which is fucking ridiculous, in one session. Dumped 1,250 points. And I caught a very, very small fraction of that. I have no idea why we dumped so hard. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to the market this week, but I was very bullish coming into this session. But as you can see, we have now taken out a shit ton of lows, and we do have this gap here still. But I do think we're going to end up going up higher next week, but we will see. I mean, I ain't complaining. That just means we'll get another all-time high run again with lots of opportunity to make money. So it's honestly a good thing. But like I said, for me today, I was super bullish. As you can see coming into pre-market here, this was our data candle. So this was a data high. I don't have data highs marked out, but that was a data high there. The low got taken out, and then right after that, we grabbed London and Asia, and on top of that, we were within a 4-hour bullish gap. So everything was super bullish, in my opinion. We hadn't broken structure down. We did have this new week opening gap, but I really didn't think we were going to go like all the way 600 points down to it. Like I thought that was kind of out of reach today. Like I was clearly wrong, but we were trading within a 4 hour, 1 hour, and there was also this hourly gap here that realistically I thought would have been a swing point where we would have reversed off of if we did come down this far. Again, that wasn't the case. On the sell side, or sorry, buy side, we had this unmitigated, well, barely mitigated 4 hour gap, and we had a bunch of 15 and 1 hour gaps that were also great to target. So, like as you can see, where's my data high? Right here. My data high is right here. So I really wanted this data high today, and we just taken those two lows. We were inside the 4 hour gap. We're filling it. We have the data high and we have the Asia high with pretty much relative equal highs here. And I really wanted this data high off market open, and we do get a very strong push right at open. And within this push, there was like a 30-second inversion right here. I can't show you it on this, but I did enter off that 30-second inversion, which ended up being right about here. And I was just targeting up to this data high. Like I said, I was super bullish today. There was no reason to be bearish in my opinion, and I did not even like the trade I won on. But I mean, how could you lose on shorts today, to be honest? And this trade, I was stops were a bit below this 1 minute gap. Like I said, 30-second inversion, very strong push, market open, swept 2 session lows, tapping into a 4 hour gap, coming back up to hopefully respect it with a data high above. I mean, that's pretty textbook in my opinion. I thought longs were the for sure play today, and I was very happy with this trade, but I did end up taking a very quick $1,500 loss on this trade. Managed my risk very well. Did not drag my stop loss down to anything crazy. Realistically, I probably should have waited to a 3-minute closure or a 5-minute closure, but I figured if I wait for a 5-minute, there's going to be no room to even target this high anymore, and I would have had to target up here, which still probably would have played out if we did end up going long, but I kind of just thought that takes the whole point of the trade out of it. So I did enter off the 30-second, and that kind of was my downfall because I got stopped out very fast. And I did end up entering pretty much right away on a short after that when I realized I was completely wrong. As you can see here, there was a 2-minute inversion. I was kind of waiting to see what happened with this, and this candle didn't close below till like right near the end. So I kind of waited till that candle was completely closed. We got the 1 minute very fast, and I ended up taking a short position right here, and I just targeted down to this New York AM low from like last week, and my stops were pretty tight because I only had $1,500 drawdown left because I got those daily loss limit accounts. That was the thing with the extra payout cap. You had to do the daily loss limit account, which I hate, but it is what it is. I'm going to take that extra payout opportunity. So my stops are pretty tight. This ended up being a 1 to 2.5. Or sorry, it was a 1 to 2. Probably got a little bit of a shittier entry. It was just a little bit above a 1 to 2 because I made $3,200 on this trade and I was risking about $1,500. So that was about my setup, and my stops were just above this 1 minute gap. But in my opinion, if we did retrace, I was going to get my stop blown through. Like I said, guys, I did not like this trade at all. I thought this trade was pretty garbage. Mechanically, it wasn't bad, but I don't like to take a short with data highs like 50 points away. Like, in my opinion, this was a very risky trade, but we got such strong volume off this gap, and we inverse this candle very hard, very fast, and the market was moving crazy, man. So I had to hop in shorts. I had to go against my bias, which is sometimes what you got to do when you're trading. You got to be able to adapt quickly, and change your bias if you feel you're wrong to make the money on the day. So I ended up hitting this for $3,200 and ended up being up 1,700 on the day. And that was my day. Locked myself out after that. There's a few other good trades I liked. Obviously, at this point, when we hit 7 o'clock down here, we get inverse this 4-hour gap. So that's not in the question anymore. But we did come into this hourly gap, and we did inverse, or sorry, maybe this was the new week. No, this was the hourly gap, and we did inverse this as well, as long as the 15-minute. So honestly, I could have got behind taking a trade off here. I'm sure there was some sort of inversion. Yeah, I could have got behind taking a trade here, but I didn't like it that we inversed this 5-minute gap. When I was watching this live, even though I was locked out, I did think we were going to kind of run up from this point. But if you took a trade here, if you got in on this candle right as this closed, and you had a decently wide stop, in your stops at these highs here, you would have came very close to stop loss, but you could have targeted this new week opening gap and caught a decent trade there. I thought obviously it was better to get in up here, but if you missed it, there was a trade there, and there was also another little 5-minute inversion trade, and with a little tap back into it here, if you wanted extra confirmation, you could have got in right here, and like I said, targeted bottom of this new week opening gap, and you could have caught a decent amount of R here. If you had a tight stop 1 to 4, realistically I'd say you're probably more like a 1 to 3. I personally I didn't like anything around this area because, like I said, I was super bullish, but then again, we did inverse higher time frame gaps down. So if you took a trade there, I do think it was a good one. I just still can't believe how we dumped so much today. Like, that is absolutely insane. Like, we took out literally all these lows. Like, all these are just gone now. And that was going to be a big draw on liquidity for me, was all these lows and this new week opening gap, and we just absolutely decimated it on some random Friday. Obviously, we still got a ton to go, and yeah, like, there's still, I believe this gap was already filled, but there's just still a ton of draws to the downside. Obviously, we haven't dumped in a while, but very, very, very unexpected, guys. So I don't really know what to say about that. There was no crazy news or anything. It was the one day there wasn't any crazy news, and then this shit happened. So maybe it was just news holding us up for that long. But yeah, interesting day, that's for sure. Next week, there's a good amount going on. We got CPI, PPI next week. So Monday will probably be very dead. Tuesday will also probably be very dead. And then Wednesday, Thursday should be really good. Friday should be Friday as usual. Fridays are never that good. But definitely the days you want to be risk on are going to be Wednesday, Thursday next week. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I'd be a little bit risk off. That's just how I'm going to play it. I'm fully locked in right now. I'm sticking to my rules 100%. I really want a $40,000 payout, so I'm not messing around. And I do think we're going to have a really good chance to make some money here because as we sit now, we are about 2,000 points from all-time highs, which will give us lots of opportunity to make money when we do start to move our way back up. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Sorry for the little bit of hiatus I took. I just needed a break, to be honest. I needed to clear my mind a little bit and just kind of have a mental reset, as well as a account reset. I just needed to kind of take a break from the busyness and just kind of chill out a little bit. You know, you need that every once in a while when you do this shit every single day. It kind of gets to you, you know. So I do encourage you guys, if you are feeling burnt out or just like you're not trading how you should be, take a week off, take a few days off even, and just chill, bro. Just because you don't, you get so trapped in the trying to make money every single day that you just don't realize it. You don't realize how fucked up you actually are till you take a step back for a few days and just kind of, it's just like peaceful, man. It's just obviously I want to make as much money as I can every single day, but it does improve your trading when you take a step back sometimes and just really let it sink in what you need to be improving on and what you need to be doing to get to that next stage. Because in the moment, sometimes you can't see what you're doing wrong and you're just repeating the same thing over and over again. And it might be working a little bit, but you're not getting to that next level where you need to be. So it's always good to take a step back, evaluate what's going on, and then move forward, become better. And that's all trading is, guys. It's just one step after another with lots of punishment in the middle. And you're never going to escape that. That will be with you forever, especially if you're trading prop firms. If you're trading your own capital, it's a little bit easier. But if you're trading firms, man, there's no easy road. I'll tell you that much. It is going to be a long journey. So prioritize your mental and take care of yourself. And yeah, that's why I took the little break. But I'm back now, and we're ready to get rolling next week. So with that being said, I'm going to end this one here. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe as usual, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.